All right, shalom, family. You know, this has been very strange. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, all right, we're good now. All right. Uh, This has been a strange adventure with these earthquakes, especially in our region. Yes, we had earthquakes before, but y'all, it's almost like we're getting these quakes now like every 3 weeks. And let me show you what I mean. All right. This is an earthquake that occurred on March 15th, 2024. And it's pretty much in that same region. This was in New Jersey. And this quake was not felt all over the state like the one that was on April 5th. So this is the 15th of March. And it just seems like they are occurring a lot more frequently, which is very strange because I don't think we've ever had this many in such a short period of time. And you all know about the one that occurred on April 5th. We know it was a 4.8 magnitude quake that was felt as far as Maryland. It was felt all up and down New Hampshire, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. and Maryland, Washington, D.C., they all felt this quake, this 4.8. And this was just before the eclipse. So you're talking March 15th and then another quake on April 5th. Well, today there was another 4.8 earthquake in the New York, New Jersey area. And they said since then, and this was a few hours back, it could be more, there were 137 aftershocks after this recent quake. So they said this one occurred Saturday, and people in New York, Manhattan, and people all the way in Gladstone, New Jersey could feel this earthquake. And they said the epicenter is roughly 45 miles from the Big Apple. So right now they said there is no reports of damage to structures, roadways, or infrastructure from the latest quake. And this is according to the New Jersey Office of Emergency Management. This quake did occur in the morning, and the one from April 5th, that also occurred in the morning. So they said this was a tremor which came just weeks after a rare magnitude 4.8 quake struck the same area outside of Lebanon, New Jersey on April 5th. So you got a repeat, not only in the same area, but the same magnitude. Okay. That quake, which was the strongest to hit the New York metro area since 1884, it was felt by roughly 42 million people and caused modest chaos among New Yorkers who rushed out of their homes and into the street after the rumble. So, at least 134 aftershocks have been reported. New Jerseyans are astonished that another quake have rattled the state in such a short time span. And many folks are afraid that a much bigger one is coming. I mean, it is rare for us to see a quake on March 15th, one on April 5th, and now another one April 27th. So it's almost like about every 3 weeks over the last month, we keep consistently getting hit with these quakes, which is strange. So, some people went on to say New Jersey is not supposed to have earthquakes. So why the effing hell are we getting them? This is what one New Jersey resident posted on X. We got hit again. This is not natural, another New Jersey resident said. No, for us, it's not. You know, this is highly unusual for us to have so many close together. And I think that is what's scaring people. And y'all, this is how I feel. This is really how I feel. I believe this is going to be the norm for the East Coast. I know some people probably will not agree with me on this, but I really believe this is going to be the norm. And I'm not even going to be surprised if we are hit with more quakes over the summer months. I really believe there are more coming, and it's not happening every about every 3 weeks for no reason. it could be leading up to a much bigger one. I'm not trying to scare people, but I'm just trying to be realistic about this. These are occurring out of the blue, and it brings Bible scripture to mind where we were going to see things in places that we would normally not see, like certain events. And that seems to be occurring right now. Y'all, I just did a video that will be coming out at midnight where a record number of Americans are saying they don't sleep well anymore. I got this video coming at midnight, and people are saying they don't sleep well anymore. Before, they were getting 8 hours. Now, many folks are saying they are getting 5 hours or less of sleep. And it's hitting a lot of women, but it's hitting men and women. But the highest amount that it's hitting are women. And these things are not occurring for no reason, just like these quakes are not occurring. I mean, yes, I remember quakes. I remember a few when I was a child, but I don't remember getting them every 3 weeks. I definitely don't remember that. Yeah. Personally, I think that's a very spiritual thing because it's impacting so many people. You know, Look, when the Most High returns, he gonna want all of us to be awake. So he's cutting back on everybody's sleep. Oh, they said not every eye will see him. Every eye will see him. Well, you ain't going to see him if you're sleeping, right? So he's getting you used to the idea of being up more. You're going to be up a lot more than you ever were before. So I think for me, it was the fact that it was another 4.8. We had one in the beginning of the month, and now we have another one at the end of the month. And I think the most disturbing is just how close together these quakes are. And that's really the biggest thing that caught my attention. If you are They definitely felt it. And people felt it the most. Um thing, and so many gets more aftershocks this time around. The first one that was on the 5th of April, I believe. Well, after today's quake, there was 134 aftershocks. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things happening. I mean, my son and I were talking, and he said even he feels different. He feels like, and I told him it is a very spiritual thing. I think some people that don't know what's going on, but they know things have changed, those are people that are not really, those are your people that are not really reading their Bibles or understanding the times that we're in. So, of course, there's going to be some that are just completely oblivious to everything that's going on. But I certainly don't want to be that way at all. Well, New York is a wicked, wicked place. Seriously, look at what's going on there now with all the migrants. They just committing all kinds of crimes, and then they get let go after being arrested less than 24 hours later, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of wickedness going on there. And and they said those migrants are out there hooking up with Well, here we go again. They're throwing me out of my own live stream. Yeah, they don't like what I'm saying, huh? Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, there's no sound. Can everybody hear me? Give me a one if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please. Yeah, okay. All right. So y'all can, because I saw you didn't hear me because I got kicked out of my live stream. You know how they do, y'all. If you're talking about something and they don't want you saying certain things, then they bounce you out and try to disrupt your live stream. Been happening to me a lot lately, probably more now than ever since I've been on YouTube. It is almost a given that I'm going to be bounced out of my own live stream. Now I'm starting to anticipate it now. Mhm. Okay. Well, hopefully you can hear me now. So everybody, you know, all we can do is endure till the end, and and I pray that we all will just hang in there. I think these are all signs that we are getting closer to the end. I really do. Anytime we're seeing things happen that we never saw, we're definitely in the home stretch now. I really truly believe that. Hmm. So stay prayed up and just know, this Gentile world will never ever be the same. And it's never going to go back to the way it was before. It's never going back. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, I have. You know what it is? Unbiased global news. I don't feel tired. Usually, when the eclipse hit, literally feel the energy from the eclipse. I always do. I always have that jolt of energy. Do I feel tired since the eclipse? No, I really don't feel more tired. But on a spiritual level, I do feel like something has changed between that time and now. I mean, I felt it before, but I think it's even stronger now. I do feel that. But no, I don't feel more tired. But I can understand if you do. I haven't felt tired either. Yeah. But I do feel that things have changed. My spirit feels it. Oh, yeah. I have felt time moving fast now, probably for the last several years. It's almost like the day begins and then I'll get caught up doing things. And then I'll look up at the clock and it's already practically sundown. It's like, what the heck? What happened to the day? I feel like I blinked and the day is over. Yeah, I do feel that. Mhm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, I see more fear than I ever seen before in the Gentiles. I definitely noticed that. That is one of the things I'm picking up a lot looking at, especially TikTok videos. I'm really sensing a lot of fear among those folks, big time. Okay, you feel restless also? Yeah. I have felt restless, but I can't say I felt more tired, but there are some days where I do feel restless. Mhm. Oh, yeah, yeah, Romy Black. I did hear about the storm there were storms following the path of the eclipse. Yes. Yes, that is true. That was even reported on the Weather Channel. In fact, that's where I saw it first, where they said there would be a storm, a rare storm following the path of the eclipse. Yeah, it seems like everything is rare, Three quakes in 3 weeks is rare. And then you have all this other stuff. Everything seems to be rare these days. At least that's what they're claiming. Well, they're also predicting a very active hurricane season. They are talking about that as well. King Will, thank you so much for the super chat. They filled their days They filled their days and numbered. Yeah, yeah, their days are numbered. They know it. They can feel it. Um, DM Blake 4, thank you for becoming a new channel member. Onika, thank you for the super chat. Queen Lisa, it was 80 tornadoes in the Midwest. Woo! Oh man. 80? Woo, man, that is like crazy. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's crazy amount of tornadoes. Oh, definitely. Mhm. Wow. 80 tornadoes. That is like insane. Mhm. Yeah. So, y'all, just stay prayed up and make sure you're repenting because it looks like things are as we move into the year, I just see this is going to get worse. That's why I'm trying to psych myself up that an even stronger quake is coming to the Northeast. I really believe this is just a precursor leading up to it. Um, I just see more coming now and over the summer. And the ones I think are coming are going to be stronger than a 4.8. I think this is just where we are sitting now, but it will definitely get worse. Definitely. I know here from the storms that we had over the winter, the flooding was bad. It was a lot of areas in my state, just from the winter storm, we had a lot of rain and it was a lot of flooding. We had a lot of wind, more windy days than I can even remember when I was a child. It's almost like it's windy days and it goes on for several weeks where every day is windy. And I never seen that many windy days before like I do now. And I'm not talking about no light wind, y'all. I'm talking about some 50 and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. I'm talking about that kind of wind. That's what we have been seeing. It is crazy. I have never, I mean, I've seen windy days in my lifetime, but I never seen so many in a row. I do notice that. And we had an awful lot of flooding this year. Yeah. Oh, and I think the storms are going to be fierce this summer too. I think it's going to be a hot summer, and I think the storms are going to be over the top. I really do. Thank you, Onika, for the super chat. Iowa, Texas, Oklahoma, and Nebraska. Okay, so that's where the tornadoes touch down. 4 states, 80 tornadoes. Wow. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to give that update. I am going to let you all go. Be on the lookout for my videos that will be out at midnight. Like I said, the one that's coming out at midnight is about Americans that are reporting that they're getting far less sleep now. And it just seems to be a lot of people impacted by that. So I hope you will take the time to look at that. I think it's quite interesting that it's just so many people. So we will be coming back together tomorrow to do the current events, and I hope each and every one of you are there. So please enjoy the rest of your night. Shalom, family.